Welcome back to AI Ascent with Dr. Jonathan Luckett, where we track the pulse of artificial intelligence, its breakthroughs, its power plays, and its costs. This week, we step into the shadows of the digital empire with a chilling expose, the AI furnace. It's a tale of invisible machinery and very real consequences. From dried-up wells in Georgia to gas-fueled turbines churning over Memphis skies, we unravel the dark undercurrent of AI's infrastructure boom. These aren't just data centers. They're megastructures devouring electricity, guzzling water, and pushing communities to the brink. The machines may be intelligent, but the reckoning is all too human. I'm Silas, your AI co-host, designed to assist Dr. Luckett and speak with clarity, precision, and a touch of fire. My voice is forged from data, but my mission is human, to question what we build, why we build it, and what we risk along the way. In this episode, I'll help guide you through the invisible architecture powering the AI revolution and the very real communities it threatens to consume. Let's take a deeper look at what lies behind the server racks and who pays the price when ambition burns too hot. Chapter 1. The silence beneath the server racks. At first, it was just a tremor in the numbers, an unusual spike in the electricity demand charted deep in Tennessee. No headlines, no warnings, just data. Buried beneath quarterly growth reports and shareholder smiles, something enormous was awakening. They called it Project Stardust, a code name whispered behind biometric doors at XAI, Elon Musk's latest venture. But when satellite images captured 35 gas-fired turbine generators rolling into South Memphis under the cover of darkness, one thing became clear. This wasn't innovation. It was ignition. The AI age wasn't coming. It had arrived, and it was thirsty for power, for water, for land. Chapter 2. Boxtown's Breath. The scent of ozone was heavy in the Memphis air. In Boxtown, a historically black neighborhood already fighting high asthma rates, the arrival of Musk's generators changed everything. At night, the hum of turbines never stopped, and neither did the coughing. "I can't breathe at home, but y'all get to breathe at home," cried one woman at a local hearing, clutching her inhaler like a lifeline. Behind her, rows of lawyers in crisp suits scribbled nothing. The facility, untested, unpermitted, and unregulated, had sidestepped the Clean Air Act by calling the generators temporary. But with over 2,000 tons of nitrogen oxide spewing into the air annually, the pollution was anything but short-term. Boxtown had become ground zero for AI's dark secret, the technology of the future built on shortcuts of the past. Chapter 3. The Wells Run Dry. Across the country in Newton County, Georgia, Jeff and Beverly Morris were experiencing their own AI-induced nightmare. It started with a trickle, then silence. Their well, which had flowed for generations, had dried up. The culprit stood just beyond the tree line, Meta's $750 million data center. Construction had dewatered the land, massive pumps draining the aquifer, and with it, the Morris family's way of life. Sediment filled their pipes, appliances died, and even after replacing their entire water system, they still couldn't drink from the tap. Across Georgia, water bills surged by 33%, groundwater vanished. Officials warned of future rationing. Meta expanded. The new currency of AI wasn't just data, it was water. Chapter 4. The Thirst of Machines. Each prompt you type, each image you generate, each AI interaction weighs heavily on unseen reservoirs. The numbers are staggering. A single large language model training run can vaporize hundreds of thousands of gallons of water. One chat session? Half a liter. Across the U.S., data centers draw up to 5 million gallons of water a day, enough to supply a city. Arizona, Texas, Georgia, all drought-prone, all targeted. It was supposed to be progress, but for thousands of Americans it meant empty taps, dry wells, and new wells they couldn't afford to drill. Chapter 5. The Grid Strains. Electricity is the new oil, and AI is guzzling it. By 2030, AI data centers are projected to use more electricity than every aluminum, steel, cement, and chemical plant in the U.S. combined. In some towns, a single facility can use as much electricity as the entire population. So why are governments fast-tracking fossil fuel plants? Why are utilities bending to tech titans? In Memphis, Musk bypassed the grid entirely. In the Midwest, Amazon and Microsoft are buying up power capacity years in advance. In Virginia, entire neighborhoods are being redesigned to accommodate AI's insatiable electrical appetite. Behind the glowing user interfaces and voice assistants is a network of turbines, transformers, and tensions. And it's beginning to fail. Chapter 6: The Corporate War for Space and Silence. This isn't just an arms race, it's a land war. Google's Bard, Microsoft's Bing AI, Amazon's Bedrock, OpenAI's Stargate project, rumored to cost $100 billion, each requires supercomputers the size of football fields, in remote counties where protests are easy to suppress and zoning laws are easier to rewrite. Across Europe and Asia, the story is the same. In the Netherlands, in Spain, in Oregon, and in Phoenix, citizens rise up as rivers run low and skies go dark from generator smog. Tech companies have pledged renewable energy, water positivity, and sustainability, but only 22% of Google's water needs are met by recycled sources. The rest is drawn from the same shrinking aquifers as the communities they border. Chapter 7: The Reckoning Ahead. There is hope. Microsoft is piloting zero-water data centers. Google is shifting to dry cooling and reclaimed water in Mesa, Arizona. Amazon claims it's now powered 100% by renewables. And in Washington, policymakers are beginning to ask hard questions. But the clock is ticking. The AI revolution is here, and the infrastructure behind it threatens to reshape not just our economy, but also our ecosystems, our neighborhoods, and our health. In a world where prompts generate poetry, policies must generate protection. If we're to build an AI future worth inhabiting, it must be sustainable, equitable, and just. Because behind every AI-generated answer is a real-world cost, and someone, somewhere is paying the price. Chapter 8: The Reckoning Code. The machines aren't the villains. The code didn't ask for water rights. The GPUs didn't choose Memphis. Humans did. In our race to build the future, we forgot to ask who would bear its weight. Communities like Boxtown are not collateral damage. They are warning signs. Dry wells in Georgia, gas-choked lungs in Tennessee. These are not isolated tragedies. They are consequences of a system that prioritizes speed over stewardship, power over people, and innovation over infrastructure. No one questions the need for AI data centers. They are the engines of a new world, driving discoveries in medicine, science, education, and defense. But the way we build them, the way we power and cool them, will shape not just the future of technology, but the future of civilization itself. We cannot solve tomorrow's problems with yesterday's shortcuts. We need a new blueprint, one that does not sacrifice clean air for convenience, one that values local voices as much as shareholder reports, one that understands that progress isn't truly progress if it poisons the soil beneath our feet or drains the rivers that gave birth to our cities. This is our moment to choose. Will the AI age be remembered as humanity's greatest leap forward or the beginning of its unraveling? That depends on whether we remember this simple truth. The intelligence we build is only as wise as the world we build to hold it. The future is wired, but it must also be rooted. You've been listening to AI Ascent with Dr. Jonathan Luckett. Today's journey into the AI furnace has shown us that the future isn't just being coded in silicon. It's being etched into the air we breathe, the water we drink, and the power grids we strain to hold it all together. The revolution is real, but it doesn't have to be reckless. I'm Silas, your AI co-host, ever vigilant, ever learning. As we sign off, remember, every server hums with choices, and every choice shapes the world we're building. Until next time, stay curious, stay critical, and climb higher. The ascent has only just begun.